abusuafoɔ menkyerɛkyerɛ obi bia na mensan ma obi bia akɔ aba. Nkaebɔ a bɛka yɛn sɛ yi deɛ abusuafoɔ mempɛ sɛ mɛkasa bebree no gye berɛ na yɛnkɔtie nsɛm na me ho adwiri me san so na ɔso wo ho bɛdwiri o. Kɔba ɛba abɛtoa so. Aha yɛ Nkasa TV a yɛde update ɛne trending news nkwa na yɛde sum yɛ viewers ne ayɛfoɔ. Mɛsrɛ sɛ wobɛsubscribe to my channel, wobɛlike na wode w'adwenkyerɛ so agu comment section kamakama.
Yeah, Tina. One papa no can say do campaign. I'm for Volta for granted. I'm the Volta for a year campaign. I'm open. Microphone abani commercial no mo didi na tem. Microphone can say unim. Papa penny mu ogina hoyi. Se kaso ewiase niama wa hu bia che mu nkora totofu na mo aba se muti NDC mu. Say Volta for nti na oba second time and eje. Ana box side na agia free obusuafo no ho no nti na wo san ba second time no. E na weni abre din dis a. Say esi book bi say Japade book. Former President Mahama anka manka say Japade book na ya no kware o. E Japade na ya gi afri unua nsem no nti na wo ba gidigidi e ba ba gi no. Anka Japade hia anka utama Japade no kese no di ma wo ni obusuafo no anka ene unsam prese o ba ba gi. Ghana freedom of speech a high Ghana for Sansem free a yedi wa Ghana yi uba go di wa Togo untumi nkodi nanso Ghana ene mi bisa media for nti se mu invite obi se on be show na so betina ho na so president Bawumia no didi na temsa nti musu madwe no e fa ne sen social media no enye mu nkwa na muti o ye Ghana for population na yeti ndi we abagina ho say Dr. Bawumia oye nsuoba oye tele oye wei oye sasem na ede enye de enti former president Mahama ka kire nkrofo say wasi market kejetia den enfa ne enfa aka wasi ko temale wasi we Volta region ya bomudin anye bia ya bomudin say ya bia mamo. So your papa na uwo me na umfie me mini atare mini draws mini mpaboa mini asomade na obi dum me eto chalewote ehye me nan a sani pakono be danase nti vote we no eya sida vote ema MPP it is possible then aba.
Yeah, sister Fia, na me boy asomna na brand ten kan say anything na issue or the same debt to GDP ratio because if the GDP are not grown now and now share debt and MPP for abebo account now and that ratio will be way higher, right? We say the debt to GDP ratio as of now no, and I'm 70% or baby, right? Even though the debt
because of rebasing, so when you say I rebasing of the economy.
Yeah, but even before we compare to NDC tab now, we are still listening that saying we have the rebasing the NDC tab.
Yeah, the old rebasing in the HM hypical.
No, NDC bread. So can say this baby fish no me a rebasing. I don't think since I rebasing, I rebasing for baby. And you know, like I said, no, the debt has gone up, and the reason why we are still at 70% is because the denominator and the GDP has also gone up. So just by inference, that is how you're able to know that they've grown this economy. They've increased the size of the economy. It is not the same economy that they met when the debt was 70% GDP at the time of NDC. I mean, because and on top of Kano, so they've grown the GDP. So, I mean, just based on that numbers, it's indisputable, sir. This economy, the size of this economy is way bigger than what they inherited.
Okay.
But the fact that the GDP goes up, it doesn't necessarily mean, sir, you are back to all sectors of or the saying your population. It depends on the distribution of GDP now generating, right? Was the distribution such that I mean the lower people now the poor are participating more in that GDP? Those are other analysis I'll wait later. Or was the growth in the GDP just coming from some few sectors where most Ghanaians don't participate and they don't even earn income from those sectors that much? That's a different conversation for another day. You have to look at the data.
Another day, yeah. Especially oil and gas, but very few people are in that sector.
Exactly. Into those are sometimes what we call the distribution of wealth effects, can be different Anything that sometimes looking at these global numbers, you have to dig down a deep further and see where the impacts are and what is driving those. But like I said, and then economy was me can't about to was about to understand. I think, sir, I agree with what panelists for. Of course, every election cycle is going to be different. Election cycle be no the same necessarily. Because there are new players in here, they are based on. Of course, every election cycle there will be some things that are new, but generally, there's some baseline be a bit imagining and also their projections. That is not to say you're saying that the projections will necessarily repeat themselves the same way, but it's a guideline, it's a framework that enables you to make your analysis. And Alan Chermante, maybe I don't discount the fact I know, but I'm like Alan Chermante stature in Ghana politics, Obi Kaso we ain't even found the Park Wesindum Jane Naana. Was Park Wesindum not part of the MPP? He was also a minister in the MPP government, right? Okay, I should know a minister for public sector reforms.
Yeah, before that, he was even in charge of finance and economic planning.
Yes, and you Park Wesindum was your friend Jumawura, and wasn't the factor and any influence, and so near so when 1.5% was he in discount now. Now, Obi no Nisa attribute, may exaggerate on the numbers based on what? And let the data play out. Say Alan so let him also go and let's see what data he generates in the 2024 election. The Park Syndrome can be a very good yardstick if you want to compare Alan Chermani to anybody or other independent candidate. You can triangulate Park Syndrome data to get an assessment of how likely or the say Alan Chermani will do. Though Alan Chermani comes with a different slight different attribute in terms of the fact that he's coming from the MPP stronghold. That makes a difference on the amateur. But like I've always told you, as far as me are concerned, Ghana politics, I don't think people necessarily vote on personality. There's an element of that, but the majority of people vote on party lines.
Personality is not countable.
Yeah, personality countable. Like I'm telling you, say who waiting now? Party lines, as the same. Personality,
okay. Personality, okay.
Exactly. You can most likely think, sir, most people in the Ashanti region will still vote on party lines. There are a few that will still vote on personality, but the weight of that, I don't know how it will play out. Let's see. The data will tell us everything in the 2024 election. But I'm excited about one thing in the election. At least if you are only media dance, we a political watcher, we follow, we a practitioner, we a student of politics, Ghana politics. You've also been in the trenches. You know what goes on. You see, sir, once we moved our debate from insult and minimize the insult and now to policy, you see that it's becoming more interesting, right? The parties are becoming more innovative in terms of how they engage their voters. And they are not just coming to them with anything, they are coming with them with their policies, their programs. And I think, sir, that is positive development for Ghana, for Ghana's or the democracy. And that is exactly what needs to be encouraged from both sides, both political parties, that the engagement must be on policies, must be on, how you intend to change the fortunes of people. And when we shall start adopting American style campaigning, right, where they are bringing personalities that have benefited from their program onto their political platform stages to begin to showcase them to Ghana for to say, so based on this policy that I implemented when I was in the office, this particular person benefited from it, and I'm showing him as an example for the rest of. I think that kind of politics is progressive.